I wonder what the top 10 things in a parent's guide is. Hey, ScouterStan. Thank you for joining us on our channel today, and I want to talk a little bit about parent guides. Now, we've been going through the recruitment season, and it seems that the parent guides that I've seen from some units cover 10 basic things that are so important that all new people in scouting need to know. Now, this is not in any particular order. One is not better than the other, okay? So keep that in mind. There might be more than 10 in your parent's guide, and that's great, but don't skip any one of these. Number 10, parents' participation level. You need to tell them right off the bat that you want them to get youth protection training, to set up a free account, and to do that, you want them to kind of help you know what you're doing so that they, when you're doing your leadership, they can help out. So that's a wonderful thing. So number 10, definitely tell them what level of participation you want them to have. Number 9, money. This is the one thing that parents, I know I think about it, you think about it, we all think about it. Money, the annual membership fee. And we have every charter that comes up every year, and a lot of packs, a lot of troops, a lot of crews call it dues. Let's try to get away from using that terminology because it's not what it actually is. It's a fee that goes towards recharter. So, just call it what it is. Okay? That's the thing about money. You got to be upfront about it. You have to tell them what the total amount is so that they can budget scouting. Now, a lot of times you'll have families that have 3 youth involved, and that gets very expensive. So there has to be some kind of way that they can make installment payments towards their fees that scouting costs towards that. Number 8, an impact. A lot of troops have, say, 20 scouts, and they get the same number in a recruitment. So there is a serious impact, especially if the unit is providing tents, canoes, gearboxes, all the stuff that's required for a unit to absorb a higher membership. So there is an impact fee. Number 7, this is where all those fees can be taken care of, and that's fundraising. What kind of fundraising does your unit do? A lot of districts, a lot of councils do different fundraisers, and different units will have different fundraisers. The council in these fundraisers will actually do the upfront financing for the popcorn, for the camp cards. That's something that they put up front. So that is a big savings. In fact, I'm going to put a video up here. It's about fundraising and all the different kinds of fundraising that happens. So check that video out. Not now, later, at the end. Okay, so we gotta get some more done here. Number 6, the meeting location. Some units, some packs, will be chartered at one location, but they'll have their meetings at another. So this needs to be spelled out in the guide, in the parent's guide. Some troops will have meetings 3 times a month in one location and once a month in another. So that all has to be spelled out. Number 5, uniform. What does the unit expect as far as a uniform? Now, there's nothing better than a full, crisp uniform. The wonderful, what some of the older scouts call a Class A, okay? That is awesome, okay? And that's great. But it's not realistic. Some units go belt up. Some units may just do the shirt. That's something that you need to spell out in your parent's guide. Now, a lot of troops, packs, and crews will actually have an activity shirt. I wear one, okay, in case you're going to do an activity. You're going to take your expensive shirt off, okay, and put that aside so it's safe. The pockets won't get ripped off when you're playing a game. That's something that's important to spell out in the parent guide. And the t-shirt is a wonderful thing. They'll wear that more. Number 4, that's a schedule of events that you got to put in there. Your calendar, your year calendar needs to be part of the parent guide. Now, I'm not talking about incredible detail or anything. It's just we're camping on this weekend, we're doing a service project that weekend, we're helping the school out on this weekend, we're doing recruitment at this, just the dates, so that people could actually put it in their calendars and move it into their lives. So this is important to have. So they're going to be part of that. They need to know what's happening. Number 3, communications. That is a huge thing. We need a communications list. There needs to be a list of who is the unit leader, who is the committee chair, who are these people, and how do you want them to contact you? Phone numbers, texting, email, all those different things in the communications. Now, there also needs to be general stuff like the website. If you have a website, that needs to be listed. You need to be on there in all the social media that you're connected to. These are very important things to put in the parent guide. Number 2, this is basically the code of conduct. Normally in scouting, we run everything by the Scout Oath, Scout Law. That's normally. But there needs to be a spelled out code of conduct in most cases that needs to be spelled out in the parent guide. Number 1, and this is not in a particular order, but number 1 is very important. It is the charter restrictions and guidelines. Some charters, whether it be in a church, a synagogue, or a mosque, they have certain requirements, such as headgear or taking shoes off, and different requirements. So this needs to be specified in your parent guide. With all of that, you should have an incredible parent guide. Try to keep it very succinct, okay? Just spell out what you need to do and put it in there. Put it in writing. Don't worry about it if it's more than 1 or 2 pages. So that is very, very important. And I know you do a great job. So this is a natural. Your recruitment team needs this. And this needs to be updated as often as possible. Whenever there's a change, you need to update it. Take the old ones and throw them away, okay? That is one of the big things. You got to keep this thing up to date, and it changes all the time, just like scouting. So keep ahead of it. And I know you do a great job. So till next time, I'll see you on the trail.